Welcome, everybody. Just get your cards. So, I've got the sound working. This is fantastic. I'm a little bit excited. Can't tell. We're going to do a tarot spread, little energy pull. And I can comment now. I can reply to your comments in the live chat there. We're going to be using a Rider-Waite tarot. Yo, that dropped. It is the Queen of Wands. This is just a general reading, energy reading. We're just going to, if we want to clarify, there's another deck in there. We're just going to pull a couple cards. This is for late November 2022. And see what comes out. Okay. Hope your day is going well. If you'd like to find me on Instagram, my handle is @FiestaBrian. If you would like to listen to a song that I composed and paid to put on Spotify through a third-party streaming provider, DistroKid. No plug there. That's just they don't pay me. So as I'm looking through the cards, the first ones that pop out is Wheel of Fortune and the Tower. Looks like there's some shifting going on, some change. And the Five of Swords is present while I'm shuffling. But nothing has been said, nothing's been laid out on the table. If there's anything that drops out, that's what we're rocking with. And so we're going to have some fun. I might be doing this quite frequently now that I figured out the audio. Before I couldn't figure out the audio. Just like one button I had to press, really. But that's okay. You live and you learn. So we got the Ten of Cups and the Eight of Swords. As I'm looking through, we're just going to show it a couple more times here. Is there anything that what's the general reading for the late November? Anything that's trying to come out? What is the energy for right now? What is the present energy? This late November. What do we need to know? Oh my goodness. That's 3 cards. I'm not going to read reversals yet. Once I get a little bit more accustomed to reading, I'm going to start to do reversals, but we're going to read it. 8 of Wands. So fire sign, fast communication, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Hermit came in reverse, but it's in the middle. We'll turn it up. Ace of Wands. All right. And that equals 10 of Wands totally. So we start with the 8 of Wands. This late November, expect some communication. There's communication coming in. It's going to be very fast. You might have to make a decision as well because the Hermit's here. You could be in your head. You could be in hermit mode. You might be staying alone, looking within, looking at that, the spirit and your feelings and all that good stuff inside you. The numbers goes 8, 9. Crazy. So the Hermit has the 9. Start to see. There it is. It's backwards for you guys. Inverted. Hermit. It's the 9 card. 8 of Wands is 8. We go 8, 9, and then Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. That's 10. That's 10 wands. What is the 10 of Wands? It's a man walking with like 10 wands, carrying a big burden, but moving forward. It's the end of a cycle. This Ace of Wands could be getting you out of. This might be the one offer that's necessary. This might be like a gift offer. This might be coming from up above, the universe, spirit, your guardians, your angels, your ancestors. The imagery that I see is in the Ace of Wands, there is a river. There is a river and a land with the castle in the back. And it looks distant. The castle looks very distant. And then the Hermit is a man standing on the mountaintops. Like you might have isolated yourself and put yourself all the way up at the top of this hill, this mountain. Just defend yourself. You might be at the top of a mountain defending yourself, looking down at everybody with like intuition, and you've captured the star energy. But now in the Ace of Wands, you see that building? There's still a river. Oh, it's so shiny. There's still a river, but the castle's much closer, and the trees are within sight. In the Eight of Wands, the trees are just little black dots, but now the trees, you can see the leaves. You can see the leaves from the forest. You're coming closer to your Ace of Wands, your fiery, passionate beginning. So that is the late November. Coming into December, you're going to have probably some movement here. Let's clarify. Pull a couple clarifier cards. Okay. Oh, don't look at him, Brent. Oh, that one wants to jump out. King of Wands. He's holding a staff. The Wands. King of Wands. He's got one staff. You might become a king. There's no gender in tarot, king or queen. You might become that kind of regal energy. The only thing above the king and the queens is the Empress. Seven of Pentacles. Looking at all of what you worked with, and he's still holding a wand in the Seven of Pentacles. He's got one staff, and he's wearing the same colored robes. So you might be coming. Holy shoot! Oh my goodness! We'll take all of it because yeah. Okay, beautiful. If only I could show you my perspective. I don't know how to do that yet. I don't have the technology for it yet. If you'd like to leave donations and stuff, I can figure that out too. I can send you an email. King of Wands. Send me a message. King of Wands. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. Seven Pentacles. Earth sign energy. But look, he's got the staff still. See that? He's wearing red and blue. This one, he's still wearing red. So as I'm looking at those two cards together, he's in his head, he's dreaming, he's in his mind. He's looking at all he's worked at. He's still got something on his feet. He's cleaning it up. But he's created quite the harvest. The King of Wands. His staff is starting to bud. There's new growth. There's leaves on there. And Three of Pentacles. You might be coming into union with working with others. You might be getting a business offer, a deal. Or you might be showing off what you've worked on. And then the sun card. This is the brightest card in the deck. The sun, 19. So we'll add up the numbers here. King of Wands has no number. Seven of Pentacles is 7. Three of Pentacles, so there's two, this looks like business. This looks like business. There's a lot of fire energy. The sun is like the biggest source of heat and energy. And there's sunflowers in the picture. But the only two other cards that I see that kind of stand out are the Hermit is not necessarily fire energy, but he's carrying a wand. He's carrying a staff. Seven of Pentacles, that's an earth card. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. But he's also carrying a staff. So looks like all fire energy with a little bit of earth. So some grounded, passionate, intense deals. You might be getting more than one offer coming your way. And then the sun. There's hope. The sun is 19. So you put that together as 1 plus 9 is 10. And then you had the 8 of Wands to the 9, the Hermit. With the Ace of Wands, that's 10 there. So 10, 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, that's 10. And then the sun, 19, 1 plus 9 is 10. So 10, 10, 10. We're getting repeated numbers. We're getting repeated signs of wands. Lots of symbols there. And yeah, it looks good. It looks like a very promising end of November. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We're going to do a little bit more here. I'm going to pile those up just so we have them for reference, but I'm not going to, I'll put them in order too. I need some room. Okay. We got these Crystallery deck. So this is a book that goes into, I'll pull out the book one sec. got these fancy stretchy. Okay. Got this Crystallery book. This is where the deck came out of. Very shiny. Look at that beautiful deck. So when we get a cup, we're going to pull 3 cards. We'll read the pages and then we'll end it. I'm actually going to put these away. That was pretty good. Okay. So if you're having a wonderful day, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. That helps build the viewer base, the fan base, and the channel. Couldn't do this without you guys, you viewers, you listeners. But I'd try my best. I'd do my best. I'll tell you what. Okay, so there's one. We're just doing the same thing. Like whatever comes out, comes out. And then we're going to read from the book. And I'll tell you a little bit more about the... Come on now. I'll tell you a little bit more about it. There's no reversals in this. There's no up and down. This is simply... oh, that one flew out. That's an earth. Kind of grounded energy. There's colors to these that you can look at. There's imagery that might inspire you and give you some intuition. But I'll tell you my interpretation, that's for sure. Okay, that's 3. We got 3. The first one was, second one was that, third one was that. Okay, I'm seeing, that's my phone. Whoopsie doopsies. Okay, one sec. Okay, what do you need? Chrysocolla, page 55. What do you need? Chrysocolla. And I'll show you in the book. Probably be easier to show you the book than the little tiny card. What I'm seeing is a scarab. 2 snakes intertwined around what looks to be a crown. And a third eye representation. It shows you the crystal. 55. What do you need? This is the imagery on the little card, but much bigger. See the 2 serpents coiling around. Third eye representation. Wings. Crown. Oh, no, calm down. That's about it for animals and imagery in there. Colors are blue, red. It says, without water, chrysocolla is simply oxidized copper and silica, but add water, the element of both flow and emotion, and voila, magic happens. Water is magical, so you might be doing some water magic. With a little H2O, not only does the copper and silica become rather remarkable, drink some water. It becomes the stone that the Egyptian queen Cleopatra never left home without. Chrysocolla knows that at any moment we're all just a few water droplets away from complete transformation. You are on the brink of transformation. That is what that is telling me. You are right there. Just a little bit of water. Cleanse yourself, drink more water, go have a shower, go to the pool, go to the water, go to the lake, go to the rivers. We're all just a few water droplets away from complete transformation, that each of us can become a person who adds color and dimension to the world. What do you need to bring into your life or psyche? Chrysocolla asks, to allow you to shift and grow. Because if Chrysocolla is appearing, it's time. So there's change. And we saw that 8 of Wands to the Hermit. And the Hermit's usually going in. So the ritual, it says, these are like, I guess what they recommend you can do. Our past informs who we are now and also who we will become in the future. Sometimes we tuck pieces of the past, bits of trauma or passion away from our consciousness. These pieces of self lie dormant until we are ready to unpack them and the transformations they might bring. If you feel ready to unpack your story, knowing it might change you, create room for your past by clearing space for an altar. So, in the center of this cleared space, light a candle for your past self. Call in the soothing blue and greens of Chrysocolla as you gently ask your past to step forward into your present. So don't reject what happened in the past, it's saying. Basically, honor it, accept it, and create space for it to be a part of who you are now. Over the days and weeks to come, add to your altar as your intuition guides you. So create a space, and in the middle of it, light a candle, and then over the next couple weeks, add stuff to it. As you add each item, ask it what it has to teach you about who you have been and who you are becoming. Reflection portion. So I'm just reading from the book here. It says, Chrysocola's ability to help smooth out transformation, whether a huge life change or a gentle shift in perspective, made the stone a favorite of the Egyptian queen Cleopatra, who was said to carry a peace with her always. This stone, or the stone, helped her and those around her to relax their attitudes and shift their perspectives, earning Chrysocolla the moniker, the wise stone of conciliation. We all have attitudes that have become fixed and calcified, making us feel ornery or even attacked when someone thinks in a different way than we do. Take a moment, do an inventory. Where are your ideas rock hard? Maybe it's a political realm or your thoughts about what type of work you are capable of. Maybe it's an attitude towards a particular person or group of people. What happens if you allow a little water, a little flow into your thought process? That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That took a little bit of time, but that was well worth it. So, Chrysocolla, first card. Basically talking about soften up. It's like, why are you so stiff? Why are you so stiff? Relax. Next card, page 48. We're looking at Howlite. 43, not 48. 3 is half an 8. Okay. Howlite. And in this imagery, we see like a sphere in a teacup that is overflowing with water and roots growing out of it. Very cool. And the sphere is, I'm assuming, what the gem is. Howlite. Oh man, I keep hitting that thing. Howlite. And the cup kind of looks like it too. Soft is not a word usually used to describe a stone, but it suits Howlite just right. Shh, she whispers to your monkey mind. Come back to center, sit in stillness. It's not that Howlite wants you to curl back into bed with a cup of chamomile tea and call your day done. Quite the opposite. Howlite knows that your projects and adventures, your conversations and relationships will slide into flow and synchronicity when you yourself are unruffled. You are the foundation. Come from your center, undistracted by excess aggravation and random irritations. This is where your power lies. There is a still point within you, Howlite advises. Allow yourself to sink into it. So for this new change that's coming up, the first card was like, yo, where are you rigid? Where are you rigid? Where are you too hard? And you know what water does? And it was talking about the power of water. Water can soften things. Water is one of the biggest, it's the most used solvent. It breaks things down. Water over time can smooth rough edges of rocks. And now we're talking about a soft rock. So that's kind of cool. It's hard to sleep when your mind is analyzing the day past and making to-do lists for the days to come. Turn off electronics so your mind can begin to relax and slip into Howlite's slow zone. Make yourself a cup of herbal tea. Be present as you heat the water. Water is a primary element, and heat is an aspect of the element of fire. And then pour it over the leaves or flowers, which represents earth. Know that you are creating balance, and that your mind, air, or as you breathe, is coming into balance too. Write your thoughts from the day past and your needs, whether emotional or concrete, to-do list for the day to come. Know as you slide into bed that everything you need to think about is already committed to paper, and your mind can relax into the stillness of sleep. So that is the ritual I'd recommending there. Reflection. Off your center, it asks, imagine a tree. roots deep into the earth, branches reaching for the sun. The trunk of the trees is its center. When its roots are strong, the trunk is stable and dependable. In your mind, travel up the trunk to the first branch. While still big and sturdy, there's a little give, a bit of bounce. Now travel farther out the branch to a smaller twig. Notice the bounce and vibration. On this outer edge, even a slight breeze can throw you off balance. If your mind is a tree, are most of your thoughts like the trunk, the branches, or the twigs? Excuse me. How does it feel to have trunk thoughts compared to twig thoughts? And this is a quote from Louise L. Hay. It states, "When we create peace and harmony and balance in our minds, we will find it in our lives." And that's as above, so below. There you go. Last card. Very nice. Howlite. You might be recommended to get some of these gems. Peridot. The imagery in this is like a sparrow, butterfly, snail, and a squirrel with a golden cup scepter, someone might call it, I think. I'll show you the picture here. Whoop. Peridot. See a squirrel? See the birdie? See the butterfly? See the snail? Really cool. Okay, this says, deep in your heart, there's a place of verdant joy and shining wellness, where moss carpets the rocks and tree trunks are crisscrossed by flowering vines. The air is rich with bird song, and every breath is crisp and vibrant, reaffirming life. In this magical and miraculous inner landscape, anything is possible. You can sip from the well of wisdom, play with the strands of time, and restore your soul when it grows world-weary. This is the space where Peridot lives, spiraling through the never-ending green. "Come dance with me," she whispers. "There's still so much life in you. Restore your spirit and remember your bliss." That's very nice. Peridot connects you with the medicine kingdoms, animal, vegetable, and mineral. Carrying this Peridot in your pocket or over your heart or in your heart, take yourself on an adventure into the realms of nature. Perhaps you live near a vast, wild expanse and can romp in the woods or waters. So you might be recommended to go for a walk. Or maybe you're in a city where you need to hone your awareness of the microcosmic world. Remember, even a small planter can host an abundance of life, like all the bugs in your little garden. Focus on being with, rather than simply moving through this landscape. Use your powers of observation to glean nature's messages. Watch for the slow breath of trees. Listen for the scurry of squirrels. Roll stones in your hand, feeling their knowledge of the ages of the earth. Allow Peridot to help you feel oneness with the natural world. That's very nice. What amplifies? Question mark. That's the reflection portion. It is said that King Solomon drank a special elixir called soma from a goblet carved of Peridot. Served in this type of vessel, any drink is thought to be more healing, more able to reassert life and the wisdom of life cycles. Tradition also has it that Peridot wants to be set in gold. When she is, her power is amplified. What in your life amplifies your power? What makes you feel doubly strong, doubly blessed, or doubly well? Conversely, what makes you feel weakened? What's your kryptonite? Here's a quote by Eleonora Deuce. Deuce. If the sight of the blue sky fills you with joy, if a blade of grass springing up in the fields has power to move you, if the simple things of nature have a message that you understand, rejoice, for your soul is alive. It's the little things. It's the little things, people. Get out of your head. Drink some water. Go for a walk. Remember, we need you. You're a part of this world. Very important part. Have a good day.